Or... Mm.
All right, we're up and running.
Okay, hold on. Alright, we got sucked in here.
Ooh, 1 second. I gotta mute you in game chat. There we go.
Just a surprising amount of stuff that I can actually play with. Just neat.
So, did you switch to an Irish character so that you could continue your screeds against the Irish?
You know it.
It's okay. I'm one of them.
Yeah. The IRA's got nothing on me.
Jesus.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember exactly what I said.
Something about them loving the Queen.
Yeah, it was right about when the Queen died. That's right. That's good enough for that guy. Okay. Let's do another. You do another. Well, I guess that's trios.
Yeah, it's fine. We could have a rando with us.
All right. Although, okay, I'll just mute myself. Stream will just be quiet. No one's watching it anyway.
I mean, I got mine going.
Oh, good. We're ready for fun facts.
Yeah.
So, hold on. I gotta pull out my reference material here for this one. It's really just a book that I'm reading that I have bookmarked. So, um, these are all fun facts about getting lost. All right.
Okay.
And someone did a study back in, I think it was the 90s. Yeah, it's about right. That there are, if you ever get lost in the wilderness, there's 8 behaviors that every human resorts to, which is actually kind of a lot. And as
Mm.
I was reading, I'm like, I can't think of like anything else that's like even possible to do if you are lost.
Oh, like,
Um,
oh, let me see. Is it like walking direction, like a slight left turn or towards the sun or something like that being one of them? I
yep,
feel
yep.
like,
So that's direction sampling,
yeah.
direction traveling, I should say. So direction traveling is like, okay, I'm gonna pick west, and eventually I'll like get out of this forest.
Yep, that makes sense.
Um, the first one that people typically do, mainly because they're in denial that they're lost, is random traveling, where they literally
Mm.
just like find like they just kind of keep walking.
Yeah, to get further lost.
You just kind of keep getting further lost. Then you might say, all right, now I'm really lost. I admit it. I'm just gonna pick a direction and go. Um, Another thing people will do is direction sampling. So they'll like go for a certain direction for a while, give up on it, pick another direction, go that for a while. So
Okay.
then it's not really
Yeah.
going anywhere. It's just kind of walking.
Yeah.
Let's see, backtracking. So, which is usually a pretty good option, but it relies on you having like a good memory of where you've been. And usually people, that's not really the forefront of their mind. They're always looking forward, not remembering where they've been.
Yep.
Plus, if you're in a dense forest, it's difficult to differentiate where you've been versus where you're going.
Makes sense.
Let's see, route traveling. So that's like usually like you find like a dry creek bed or like an animal trail, and you're like, okay, this seems like a way that something goes.
Yeah, that's a
Let's
smart one.
take it, see where it goes. Um, usually it'll like end up in a dead end. Yeah, I'm good with that. This is gonna be busy.
Yep, this is what I'm talking about. It's like you just need to survive the initial contact, and it's a lot better. But we're probably not going to survive this.
Only with that attitude. Really quick, route sampling is the same thing, except you might take a route and then realize, yeah, this route sucks, and you pick a different route, and then, or like maybe another stream or animal path crosses and doubles back on itself.
Okay.
So you're like, all right, I guess I don't really know which path is really the one to go forward, so I'll just pick this other one. Another one is view enhancing. So
Getting to the top of a hill.
Really high.
Yeah.
Yep. But depending on the terrain you're in, climbing up high might actually just make you more disheartened, and you may not actually see anything because you know you can only see so many miles away.
Yeah. Well, then also, you might run into false summits too.
Yep. False summits. So you just keep going up and up and up, and then it turns out that the grade is such that you've literally just walked so far away.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. One interesting fun fact, actually, about like directional traveling and route traveling, is there are reports of people who are like lost in the woods, and like someone will actually see them like walk through their backyard because they
Weird.
like don't want to give up on this like direction that they've picked.
Oh, weird.
Like it's just like a psychological thing. Like you get so invested in like going a certain direction that nothing will like, even like signs of civilization won't necessarily keep you, or like divert you from the path.
Oh, that's trippy.
So yeah, I'm glad I haven't been in that extreme situation. Although I do know like getting back to the car after Mount St. Helens
Yeah.
was
We were definitely route
like,
traveling.
we are walking this path and we are not stopping until I see that damn car. So then finally, the eighth behavior, and by far the best one to use if you're in this situation.
Yeah.
You want to guess what it is?
Waiting.
Yep. Staying
Waiting.
put.
Yep.
Don't move. Basically, it's the search and rescue folks already realize it's like finding a needle in a haystack, and you know it's harder than finding a needle in a haystack?
It's a moving one.
Needle in a haystack.
Team wipe.
Team white.
Oh god, I love this gun. They got some good LMGs. And what's this?
I found a sniper over here.
Okay. Gas mask. Need that and claymore. Ooh, the cast-off 7.62. That is a very handy weapon.
Cast off.
Yeah, I've been using that as like my primary weapon that you buy.
No, it wasn't very handy for him.
Just didn't know how to use it.
Maria's asleep. It is 9:45.
Jeez.
But yeah, I thought it was a very interesting chapter.
What's this book you're reading?
It is called Stuff You Should Know, which is also the same name of
the podcast.
The
Okay, yeah.
Yep, it's been good. It's an iHeartRadio podcast. It's been on since like 2008. So
they advertise that on Behind the Bastards a lot. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cool podcast. I do kind of pick and choose the episodes though, because it like the stuff they talk about is just always so random that sometimes I'm like, yeah, I either probably know plenty about that topic, or like it's just not interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just go down there.
Yep.
I'm so used to this building being like a super stronghold.
Yeah, just being an absolute hive. Well, you know what? Let's get this safe cracker contract so I can get myself a vest.
Sure. Yeah, I picked my vest on one of the guys we just wiped.
Oh, also, if it's available, the ooh, you'll like this gun right here, the Chimera.
Chimera.
Yeah, I don't know if you've used it yet.
I don't think so. Oh, you passed up a revive pistol, dude.
Oh shit. There it is.
Let's see here. Those gonna be. Right. Wait, 3 safes?
Yeah.
Ah, shows you how much I play this game. We probably want to get the ones just outside of the circle first.
You also got to be careful though because they show up to other people. So like, if someone could see us safe and be like, "Ooh,
Lovely.
yeah," but they can't take it. But they could, yeah.
They can camp it.
Yep.
Someone just put up a UAV.
Oh, somebody just hit my claymore too. That I just randomly put down in that building. So somebody's in the mall,
Got it.
and they're down 2 plates.
Watch out.
I got it.
Sunset.
I'll go get the other one.
Mainly just money. I have another cool fun fact, but I'll wait because I think we're gonna get real busy here
Oh yeah.
pretty soon.
There's armor. Okay, I really don't care about completing that mission now, to be honest.
Here, I'll precision airstrike it if we get close enough.
Yeah, we could just let that one go. I don't care. I got my armor,
Okay.
and we got a decent amount of. Oh, someone's with me. Oh, that's you.
That was me. That was me. That was me. We're good.
Do you need sniper ammo?
No, I'm full.
Okay. I've got tons of rifle ammo right now because I've got 2 weapons that take it, so stacked up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's wait here for a minute. They're gonna get.
You know what? I have plenty of space. I'm just gonna like just eat the sniper ammo.
Yeah, why
Use the
not?
squat. Well, since we're waiting here, here's my other fun fact. So in I think it was April of 1982, the first Atari came out,
Yeah.
and it made the Atari company like $2 billion that year. They
Jesus.
sold so many units that they were super rich. By the same time in 1983, they had posted a $500 million loss.
Jesus. Also, right there in that building, that window, they're gonna have to pop out of it soon.
See him?
Yep.
Got him once.
Ah.
Got him twice.
Down him.
Yep.
Nice.
He's dead.
Second one to the right.
Yep. See him.
Finished.
Is that a wipe?
No, not yet. There's one more. Ah, shit, jailbreak. Of course.
I say we stay in our house. Well,
I mean, we don't have far to go. I've got a gas mask.
me
We
too.
could ride the
Wait,
storm
go
in.
ahead.
Yeah, I wonder where that third friend is. Ooh, person right here, Zach. They don't see us. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Nice. He's dead.
Fuck yeah. Tactical.
That was really good. There's more to that.
Oh, hey, our friend's back.
Remind me. Oh, he stuck around.
Yeah, good for him. I don't think he's actually playing, but... Alright, we gotta go. Yeah, he's just gonna die. That's too bad, because we'd have a armor plate for him up at this, whatchamacallit up here. Safe.
Oh, yeah.
Probably some good stuff. People up ahead.
Trying to ride our victory, isn't he?
Somebody broke glass in that building. Right side. Yes!
Nice. Planted it. Oh. Time to leave.
Revive pistol, yes. Ooh. This little shack, I guess.
Yep.
Just kind of ride it in.
Really don't like it.
It's the way of the crash.
Oops, someone's nearby.
Oh yeah,
Fuck that guy, bro.
there's tons of people nearby. It's almost the final circle. Alright, reloading.
Yeah, I think they just spawned.
Actually, this might be perfect. Oh, this is nice for now.
This is good. Guy in there.
Other building, but yeah.
I'm just gonna stay quiet here.
Just ran out.
To our right.
Broke his armor. Down. There's somebody else shooting.
Okay. Oh! Damn. There's two. Dang.
Took one of them down with me. Oh man.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the mini game.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Alright, so Atari was pretty much dead in 1983.
Right.
And it was a combination of a big like movement in America of parents thinking that Atari was rotting their kids' brains,
Of course.
and Atari had very little control over like what kind of games were developed on their system. So it resulted in like a bunch of people making games with like as little money as possible, and just tried to like sell as many of them as they could. So it kind of like swamped the market on Atari. So it didn't matter that Atari came out with a couple new systems over the next year. There was just no good games to play on them, and everyone kind of got bored. But in Japan, video games stayed pretty strong. So, i.e., the Nintendo Corporation did really well in Japan. But they were like, well, we'd like to get into America because there's a lot of money there. But they knew that the market was really rough because there was a very bad taste for video games at the time. So what they did, they said, okay, Americans still play with a lot of toys, but they don't play video games anymore. So how do we get the Nintendo Entertainment System in front of like some kids so that we can basically get into the market? And what they did you ever play like any of the newer Smash Bros, either for the Wii or for the Switch?
Yeah, I've played the Switch version a little bit.
So do you remember the robot in there called Rob?
Yeah.
So apparently Rob I forgot exactly what the acronym stands for, but Rob would essentially play Nintendo with you. So he was a robot that was programmed with the game that you would put in to like be an automatic player too, and he would physically like move and press buttons on a
Weird.
second controller.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now apparently he was like laughably slow, like for the time, because it was like, oh my gosh, there's a robot. Like I get to play with a robot. This is super cool. But once that novelty wore off, you're like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. So you would play Gyromite, which is basically a puzzle game where like you had to go and navigate a level, and you would like get to a spot and call Rob over to like clear the obstacle for you, so you get to the next place.
Huh. I know about
So
that.
that's kind of how that game worked. But Rob basically looked like he does in the video games, and so what they did is they did a test market in New York City, where they went to some major retailers and basically said, all right, if these units don't sell, we'll buy them back from you. Just get them in the market, see if we can sell them. So what they did is they sold Rob with like bundled with like a free NES and a few games with it. And it didn't take long for, at first people were like, oh, cool, a robot. I want to buy a robot toy. I guess I'll get a video game with it. Why not?
Yeah.
And then, like, once word got around how cool the video games were,
Ooh, idea where to drop.
Okay.
It seems crazy, but it'll work. See my mark? There's a whole bunch of secret stashes with really good stuff in it. Anyways, please continue.
Yep. So what they did is they decided to roll it out to the whole country, which is apparently like super abnormal for a release like that. Usually you pick like a few more test markets in other big cities.
Yeah.
But like they were like, no, we're just going all in. So then when they went through the rest of the country, they pretty much had already gotten rid of Rob. But the big thing was that they had bundled it with the first Super Mario Brothers, which was like just a super big game changer in video games because of all the mainly because of the secret areas.
Yeah.
All the pipes, like even the little pipes that like we take for granted now, they were like, oh my gosh, if I go down this pipe, it's a whole nother area that I
Yeah.
wouldn't have even known about. That's crazy.
That would be pretty trippy. I mean,
yeah, when like all you've known before that is like Pong or
yeah,
like
right?
Contra, you know? So yeah, and then basically after that, Nintendo did extremely well in the US. So then the Super Nintendo came out and so on and so forth, and it kind of revived the video game industry. So we wouldn't have had video games like we knew them today, likely, had Nintendo not came in and changed the heart of Americans
There you go.
and made a absolute shit ton of money off
And
of it.
if Atari wasn't so bad at making video games and made horribly offensive ones like Custer's Revenge.
Oh God! So
You ever heard about
be
that
careful.
one?
No, but it wasn't necessarily Atari that made the game. They typically
allowed
just
it.
made the console. They allowed it. They had no regulation on the games. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that helped Nintendo was they basically had a huge like approval process
Yeah.
for any games that were released on their system. Where like if developers were working on it, they would go in and like review the progress of the game, make changes on it if they needed to, or whatever they saw fit. They would basically do to the point where like the FTC, it's the organization that regulates that stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't SEC, the Securities and Exchanges Commission. It was
They
the
just
Federal
won't let
Trade
them be.
Commission. Yeah, FTC. Yep. But anyway, they were kind of investigating them like, man, that seems like you have a lot of control over these companies. That doesn't seem right. So they did that, and that basically saved their brand. So then people knew like if it was a Nintendo game that came out, then it was good stuff. And they
Right.
protected their console by like the games had to have a certain lock key to be able to be played. So like anybody could make a cartridge that could fit in the NES, but you needed like a certain sequence to go off to tell the Nintendo that it was okay to play. But apparently, there were a few developers that came around and like made games that would like basically surge the power in your Nintendo and scramble its, its like key detection mechanism,
Right.
and let you play the game. But like people were obviously worried like it was gonna kill their Nintendo if they kept playing that game too many times. So
That's trippy.
okay,
But
tell me about Custer's Revenge. I think that's all of my Nintendo factoid there.
It's fucking bad. It's well, General Custer or Lieutenant Colonel Custer, I guess you could say, the really bad military leader that got himself massacred by a bunch of Native Americans. Kind of hilarious. Yeah, that guy. It's a game about him taking revenge, and let's just say it's not gun violence that he uses to get back at Native American women in that game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's basically
Oh no.
yeah. It's pretty fucking horrible.
Gosh.
If you ever feel the need to know, you could literally just look up the like game art for it, and that will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about that.
Nope, didn't know that game existed.
Yep. I think it might have been one of those things where they're like, "Oh, we need a rating system." I'm not sure about that though. Like that might have been one of the catalysts.
I mean,
It was that, or no, it was Mortal Kombat that did that.
yeah, I always remember Mortal Kombat being the source of a rating system for video games.
But
because you were literally like pulling people's spines out from their heads or via their heads.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna get that hard drive.
But honestly, Custer's Revenge, much worse than that.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Mortal Kombat was just so out there that there was no reality to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Have we come across anybody yet?
Now we have, because our teammate's getting lit up. Running away.
I guess I assume that was gas.
Nope. I saw some bullets flying his way.
I don't see anyone out there.
They were that vague direction. That's not accurate, but this building's somewhere over there.
Yeah, I don't have anything with a scope, so.
He's got gulag. He might come back. Ooh, we could take this bridge for cover, get across. So we were exposed.
Well, down here, I'm totally exposed.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Ooh, there he goes.
Your squad mate has failed.
Yep.
They're returning to base.
Alright, well.
Poor me.
God, I listened to a podcast about General Custer, though, and that dude sucked.
Was it, where was Custer's last stand? Where did that take place?
Montana? Black Hills, South Dakota, North Dakota, it wasn't a state that night.
Gotcha.
Oh no!
Good job.
No.
Oh, one more. Oh shit, I gotta reload. Pushing.
Enemy UAV
Okay, covered.
Enemy UAV active.
Coming. Oh my
Ooh.
god.
No warning there. Oh god.
Nope.
Running away.
Inside. They got me inside. Oh god, he's got a golden gun.
Okay, let me run. Oh shit, I gotta run this way.
Your squad mate is in the gulag now. If they
Shoot.
survive, they redeploy.
I wasn't ready. I set a trap for him and I didn't utilize. Okay. If I survive this, I could get you. Nope, I won't survive this. Dang it.
Maybe it'll be my teammate.
Maybe. That'd be nice.
Or they might be mean and put us against each other.
But that podcast I was listening to about Custer's Last Stand is kind of amazing because it was like basically talking about how idiotic the cavalry was and how like like brilliant the Native American tacticians were. Where it's like they did encirclements, but they did like we're together.
Hey,
They did mini encirclements, like they wouldn't just straight up charge them, and they didn't try and encircle them. They would like pick off a group, encircle that group, and then just like lob arrows and gunfire at them. Dang it!
gosh. 150 feet. Oh, it's doing that glitch again.
Yep, we did better than that.
The enemy took that one,
Yeah.
but we will be back to finish the job.
Well, it is 10:10, and I do have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I do have to
Like
work.
Friday.
I have to work tomorrow too, but I've given up all sort of hope or care about my job. So.
Fair.
Yep.
Yeah, my job isn't too tough nowadays, but I do still have to get up at like 4:45 to
Yeah.
walk the dog and get the kids ready and everything.
No, that makes sense.
You know. All right. Good
All right.
night. We'll do this again on Friday.
Hell yeah. Talk to you later.
Oh, yeah. Later.